It's chilly over here.
Do you prefer over there?
Well, you're all set up already, so let's just do it.
Okay. So, thank you for taking your time. How are you doing?
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Anthrax and you yourself, I guess, your private life, but also with Anthrax, you're like in a perfect wave right now. You have a great album out.
Thank you.
For the fans, maybe the best since Persistence of Time. And you're headlining right now on tour. You were in the 70,000 Tons of Metal. So how do you feel about it?
Tired.
Tired.
To be honest.
Good to be back in the US.
Tired. We got 2 shows left on this tour, and after 6 weeks, everybody needs a rest. But obviously happy. I'm very happy with the way things are going. I'm not complaining about having to work because it's what we do. We've been working for 30-something years.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. The album came out like a little over a year ago, and it's been nonstop. So everything's good.
So what can you expect in the near future from Anthrax? A break? To rest?
No. We have 10 days. We have 10 days off, and then we start a US tour at the end of this month.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned before, almost 2 months ago you played for the very first time on the 70,000 Tons of Metal Festival. You've been on the motorboat before, so what's the difference between these boats?
You're asking the wrong person. I don't partake in any of the festivities other than playing my show. Every time I've been on a boat, I stay in my room because it's one of the few times I have where I can actually write, and I have just time by myself, completely uninterrupted. I got in so much writing from that book, and even I'm working on a new book right now. So I had 4 days in my room on the boat to do nothing but work.
Okay.
Because my family stayed home, and I was able to just sit in there and work and work and work and work, and I got a lot of work done. So for me, it's a great place to go be by myself and write. Pretty much the only person who's doing that on the whole boat.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. I didn't see you around.
Yeah,
Joey
you won't.
Frank,
No, I didn't do anything other than be on stage. I was in my room.
But the show itself are like any other festivals, or it's different to play on sea?
I think people are much drunker on the boat.
Okay.
Because that's all they're doing on the boat is drinking and being on the boat. So it's different.
Does it annoy you? Or?
I just think it's not as the audiences aren't as good as a normal festival because people are more drunk on the boat.
Okay.
That's just and there's like 70 bands. I just think it's too much. My personal opinion.
My one too. That's great bands.
I mean, look, I'm not a person who would even go on a cruise in my personal life, let alone a cruise to go see bands. But I understand as an experience for the fans, it's something that people really enjoy. That's just not something for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a good thing. I think it's a great thing for the fans. But it's just not something that I would do personally. Maybe I would go on the Kiss cruise. Maybe I would go do that one.
One of the magic moments on the boat was when you with some other thrash metal legends played Metallica's Metal Militia.
Yes.
Could you choose which song you played?
No. Jeff told me what song I was going to play.
Okay. If you could.
I suppose I could have, but I already knew that song, so it made it easy for me.
Oh, that's great. And which song would you have chosen if you?
I don't know. I don't care. It just Metal Militia was great.
Okay. Bobby Blitz said to us, he's one actually. He really loves the cruise, and he said to fans on the cruise, I love that fucking community. We, as Overkill, should be proud of ourselves supporting this community for 40 years.
Sure. Oh, I agree. I agree with all that. I think that's why we do it. It's not like I dislike it. I hope I didn't come off thinking I think these cruises are a bad thing. I think it's great for the fans. I think it's an amazing experience to get to be on a boat with a whole bunch of bands you love and actually have interaction and and be able to be in a much more intimate setting in a way. So I think that's great, and it is great for the metal community, and obviously people really enjoy it.
You already mentioned the book, the one you a couple of years ago released. It's your biography, I'm the Man. And fans can get to know more about you, obviously, in the book. Following some questions, I don't remember I have read in the book, so maybe we get some more information up to you. One story actually I liked in the book, and maybe not only me, that you broke into the Legends field of New York Yankees baseball field in Florida and tried to steal the logo. I know you don't want to do this anymore, but if you had the chance again and not to be arrested for it, where would you break in and what would you steal?
I would never do it.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't care. I haven't broken the law since. So I don't even imagine it. I learned my lesson.
Okay. One story I read in the book as well and heard many times before in other places or occasions, that your story with Cliff in London, Cliff Burton, when he got visited by the police looking for some weed. Is there any other story you haven't
We weren't
told?
looking for weed.
Or?
We were looking to buy Cliff wanted to buy a Walkman.
Okay.
The
But
police-
you weren't. The police was.
No, the
looking
police.
for-
The police thought we had drugs on us.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but
That's
we
what I
didn't.
meant. Yeah. Is there any other story with Cliff you haven't told yet, or
Maybe
and you don't want to talk?
not
Yeah.
now.
Okay, maybe later. You also mentioned your drinking buddies, Lemmy and Dimebag.
Yes.
Which one was the strongest? Or the best teacher?
Oh, that's I don't know. That would have been an interesting competition, though. You could have done like a pay-per-view event and had the two of them just drinking to see who drinks the longest.
Maybe they are right now.
Yeah, maybe they are. Yeah, wow, that's I could say no one has ever asked me that question before, and that's a really good question. I don't even know. That's really, really hard to answer, actually. I mean, because the only reason I would think Lemmy is just because he'd been doing it longer. He had more experience, and that's not to take anything away from Daryl, because Daryl was a professional. But it's really hard to say. If I had to, if someone literally came up to me and put a gun to my head and said, I don't want your money, I want you to tell me who could drink longer. More, Lemmy or Daryl, I guess I would probably have to pick Lemmy.
Okay.
I just that's where my gut is telling me to go.
Okay. By the way, I saw Motherhead a few years ago in an open air in Switzerland, which at that time was also a little bit chilly. And actually, Lemmy was wearing an Anthrax hoodie.
He was?
Yeah. I tried to send you a picture of our Facebook. It was impossible to do it on the Anthrax Facebook
man,
side,
that's
but
so
I can
cool.
send it to you.
I love that.
So my question was actually.
I can't picture Lemmy wearing an Anthrax
Yeah,
hoodie,
it
but
looks a little bit strange.
yeah,
to be honest.
that's
I never have
very
seen him wearing a
strange,
hoodie,
but awesome. So awesome.
So my question would have been: do you say yes, why not, or do you say, wow, cool, it's Lemmy? Lemmy is wearing Anthrax merch.
Oh, totally! Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I just never have seen Lemmy in a hoodie before. So, especially look, I'd like to think that he liked us, our band. We've known Lemmy for a long time, knew him a long time, and we toured together a lot. So he must have liked something about us kids in Anthrax, I had a lot of nice talks with that man over the years, and just a wonderful person, wonderful human being, and I really learned a lot from him in my life.
Okay, we have 1 or 2 minutes left. So, if a metal musician could become president of the USA, it's an actual topic right now.
I believe now
Who should it
anyone
be?
can. Anyone
If you could
can.
choose one, who should it be?
If a metal musician could become president of the United
Dead or
States,
alive?
dead or alive?
It must be Lemmy then.
Well, I mean, he couldn't. He
He's
couldn't though
British
because
one.
he's So he could be prime minister, but trying to think of someone that's actually like super smart, you know, that I know that's highly intelligent, you know, and that could actually kind of handle a real situation like that. I mean, I know some. You know what? I got it. He's not a metal musician, but he's worked in the world of heavy metal before with Anthrax. I'm gonna say Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Okay.
Not that he'd ever want that job, but I would vote for Chuck D for president at 100%. You know who else I'd vote for? I'd vote for Corey Taylor for president. Actually, I think Mike Patton would be a great president too. Now I'm starting to think of everybody. Mike Patton for president sounds really good.
Or if it was you, it could be your cabinet.
I would like to be like I could be like a chief advisor or the Secretary of State or something. I don't need to be the boss.
Okay.
Let me travel around the world and spread the metal word. I'll be an ambassador.
Well, it was on the boat, one of the bands, Orphan Land from Israel. He said actually about the community thing, like because they have a lot of Muslim fans as well. And he said the only religion which is global is the heavy metal. At that time, everybody went to this
I think music in general. I agree. I agree 100%, and certainly in the last year, for the last year or so, you know, certainly back home in America for us, you know, America has become such a divided country down these party lines of, you know, red and blue, Democrat and Republican, and I just really don't understand how people on both sides, because I'm not either one. I don't subscribe to either party. I'm a human being, and I just go with my sense of right or wrong on every decision I make in my life, and I don't understand why people don't look at things more that way rather than strictly by party lines. It's almost like people have been hypnotized. It's so crazy to me. You know, I remember when things were not like this in America, and it's become more divided than it's ever been in my lifetime, or maybe even since we had the Civil War in the 1800s. You know, I just think it's a really, really strange place that America has gotten to, and I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've been talking about it a lot, even on stage sometimes, saying how when we're all under this roof, whether it's our show or a Metallica show or anyone, any type of music, whether it's pop or country or rap, you know, if there's thousands of people out there, people are going to have differences in opinions. People are liking one candidate or the other candidate, or this person likes this kind of TV show and this person likes this. Everyone has a difference of opinion on everything. But you know, when everybody's under that roof going to see a concert, everybody's heart and soul is in the same place and for the same reason. And I know it sounds so cheesy and cliche to say that, but you know, music really is something that unites people. And I don't know how to put that in a bottle and make people drink it to maybe change people's attitudes towards one another. But shit, I know when we're playing Anthrax shows at home, half the crowd probably loves our president and half the crowd probably hates our president. But when we're playing, nobody gives a shit. And I wish there was a way for people to find some more common ground in that way, because we really can get along. I mean, we really can. We're all just people.
Okay, thank you. We're running out of time, so I think it was a good final word. Or
Cool.
if you want to mention something else to the Swiss fans, or see you at the show tonight.
Swiss fans, Celtic Frost, one of my favorites. Anyway, yeah, we love your country. It's beautiful here. Thank you so much for having us again.